Hello there, peace be upon you. Welcome to Rational Religion. By the grace of God, we've recently hit 10,000 subscribers. So we thought what we'd do for that is a response to comments video. I'm here, of course, with my brother Tahir. Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you.
Assalamu alaikum, peace be on you.
And we have a bunch of comments, obviously, on various videos. We've just chosen a few of them that grabbed our interest that we thought might be interesting to talk about. So let's go to the first one. And I think the first one is one of the ones on the David Berlinski interview, where someone said most awkward interview seating arrangement ever. And there is a funny story there. So why don't we tell them the funny story? But also, actually, before we go there, just want to say again, thanks to David for that fantastic interview. He was very gracious, invited us over to his home in Paris, and gave us a great discussion. So we are very thankful that he did that, and he obviously gave us a lot of time. It was a long interview, and his answers were top notch. And I think that's reflected by the fact that a lot of people really enjoyed that interview. But we did learn a little something about seating arrangements when we went there. Do you want to share what happened?
The adjective that best describes him, at least that has been used online, is incorrigible. He wasn't incorrigible with us, but there was a at the end of the day, we wanted to film in his living room, and he was happy with that. We wanted to use a particular space around his fireplace, which is very beautiful. I think it was a fireplace.
I think we just wanted to use a sofa and him on the chair.
Yeah. And he just basically was like, no, let's all sit on the couch. And then we were like, I'm not going to argue with David Berlinski in his own home. So yeah, okay, fine. So that was basically it. And the consequence was a very intimate interview. At one point, David was basically reclining. So the consequence was that the camera line the shot of the camera was actually obscured by his legs covering his face, his knees, which were crossed over each other. So we had to surreptitiously move the camera, the second camera.
Yeah, I remember that.
Razik had to pick up the camera and move it in the middle of shooting. But yeah, I mean, I think it made for a very interesting interview seating, and consequently, I think it suited, I think, the nature of our discussion, which is that it was not formal, it was very informal, and it was very spontaneous. And in that regard, I think people found the entire interview, including the seating arrangement, to be novel.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. That is a good word for it. I'll also give people a little bit of a tidbit. So this panel here, this wooden panel, is fake. So before this, there was something which didn't work at all. I think either it was a very bright window, or it was something which just didn't work in the video. So our editor Razik, he very, very expertly put in a wooden panel that no one's ever noticed. It's completely fake, wasn't there before.